It's the Real Ninja Reviews podcast. We want to welcome you. Just pull up, smoke up, chill out, relax, and join us for the ride. Smitty Smith, host, co-host here sitting to my left. Saucy J.
Yo, what's poppin'? Hello, world.
We got my man sitting to the left, Saucy J. We got my man's B New.
Hey, what's cracking, y'all?
The boy Shine Two Stacks coming live from the Spoiler Kingdom.
Yeah, Millie Mill, BKA, MTM, you know what I'm saying? Flexing all through the show.
Every time you hear a recording, whenever you see anything with Real Ninja Reviews on it, you never know who it's going to be, but you know it's going to be quality. And you know who you're dealing with is going to be knowledgeable. And you're going to be a little bit entertained by well, hopefully you'll be entertained by our little silly little antics.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Real Ninja Reviews and my co-hosts, my bros. Say what's up, y'all.
No. The chocolate lover man said what up, though.
No to that too.
Oh my goodness.
No, we just gonna disregard that.
If y'all don't know,
what's up, family?
Chocolate Lover Man, episode 23.
But we're not gonna forget this though. Number one important thing. The ladies.
Welcome.
And for Brian, the fellas.
Awesome.
Wow.
I need to be a boo. You need to be some boo noise. Don't clap that.
You need to be some. Oh man, that's a lot, Brian.
Wow.
What's been up?
See, that's never gonna die.
Chilling. Call of Duty. NFL. Boxing. Albums.
Life. Chicken.
I purposely didn't bring up life. I'm not talking about nothing difficult. Nope.
No, my life today has been all 100% leisure.
What about you?
Oh,
B?
yeah, Smith.
Oh, Call of Duty, chilling. And hoping 2020 is over. You got 3 rappers dead. Like, god damn, dog. Like,
hey man, I don't want 2020 to be over, bro. My birthday coming up. I'd rather be
well,
alive.
besides
I need to continue to be a year.
But I'm just saying, like, some better days coming in 2021 is what I'm saying, because 2020 has been hot trash.
Yeah, it's been rough.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
It's been rough, super rough. No, it's been a lot going on. But look, sports-wise, yo, it's been a lot. It's been a lot of movement. Shout out to Terrence Bud Crawford on that stoppage last night. Yeah, Kell Burks got to work. So Kell Burks was a serious contender, but man, Bud Landon went on.
He was at
over with.
He didn't know where he was at, because he was like, "What? How did that happen?"
Yeah, he ain't know. He asked where it came from.
I mean, he was a G for not falling, but still, like,
yeah,
he was completely dazed.
Yep. But yeah, that's it. So yeah, what else we been on? What else we got to catch up before we get into our segments? Before we get into our Call of Duty discussions? And we're gonna have a guest with us joining us today. Y'all gonna see in a couple minutes. But yeah, we want to make sure everybody caught up. We want to make sure we ain't missing. Ain't nobody got anything pressing that they want to share that we ain't, that we forgetting.
Yep, that's about to be complete in 2 days. Then we begin the setup.
Ready for them drawings to pop out.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna come from this
Y'all
workstation.
gonna see. Oh,
probably start streaming Call of Duty.
You gonna see Burst Fade Billy drawing I'm doing too.
Man, making you Billy.
Burst Fade Billy. You gonna put him on a tank top?
Yeah. Tank
oh
top.
My god, man! Is that like about to be the running theme in this show?
All that, man.
Man, gonna give him that. Give him a Blue Ranger
First
t-shirt.
fade actually is about to go away, so it's gonna be something different.
What you got? What you
bald again?
Oh, okay.
I might do bald actually.
Don't do that.
You're gonna look like a thumb, man. I swear.
No, I'm trying to regrow my hair, so it's
just
something different. to
Have
regrow my hair.
just that goatee with a whole bald head. That's gonna be
What
a
you trying
lot.
to get me?
Hey,
New?
you know what? Gotta get that Luke Cage look on.
Oh, you trying to get Luke Cage? You said you trying to grow your hair out. What you trying to get?
He said if it's all bald with the goatee, I said, hey, that's the Luke Cage look.
What you want, locks? What you trying to get?
Yeah, I'm getting locks.
All right, man.
You gonna
That's
look like what's
hilarious.
the name from 8 Mile with them dreads, man?
I can't wait, nigga. I can't wait.
Come on, my guy, Piper, man.
Go ahead, get them shits. Ain't nothing wrong with that though, but man, it's gonna add a whole different element of beat to the cast one time.
Oh my god, man. I ain't even look. I'm gonna leave that one alone.
When his
That can
dreads
go.
be at the struggle stage, that's what I'm gonna be.
That mugget. I think that mugget stage.
Yeah, dude. Just don't get like them big 6 braids on top of your head with them parts, some square parts, man.
Or them medium dreads, man. Don't get them medium dreads.
No medium, man. No
What's
medium.
wrong with the
nowhere,
twisties, man? I love twisties.
Oh, what you getting some Y&W Mellies?
All right, you get the twisties, you gonna look like dude Sean from Street Fighter 3, man.
You gonna look like
That's messed up, man.
Okay. Anyway, because somehow this is veering
what was the
way.
professor name on Moesha? What was that? That dude's name.
The professor. I don't even remember. I don't remember the professor. Are you talking about the professor from the Parkers?
Yeah, it's on trip.
Professor Ogilvy, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
You gonna get some. You gonna get
Just
some of them
caught
joints.
on, dude.
Them was hard
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
His was hard. Actually, I can't even stunt. His was hard.
we'll have the Monique's chasing after you.
Both of us.
Hey, you know
I don't know
what?
why I think about Moesha.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Hey,
They gotta
Brian,
get love too somehow. You know what
they
I'm saying?
got to get their love too. But I remember Brian, like, I'm going speaking a little cold here. You said you're going after the more of those sisters again. So they don't have those HCs, do they? You know what I'm talking about? Me, me, do. The HCs. I don't even know if y'all know what HCs are. No more HCs for you, huh, B New? This dude with no more. Oh my God. We're gonna have to let y'all know. If somebody asks what HCs are, I'm gonna let y'all know. So
Marcus,
if y'all listening and y'all ask, I'm gonna let y'all know.
Hey, I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna see if you remember this, Marcus. Like, hey Brian, you wanna mess with some? He's like, nah. But what they look like though?
I think that was FHs.
Look, I like nectar. That's all that matters.
All right.
I mean,
I like to pollinate nectar.
Oh, okay. This is
Shut up now, man.
we gotta have something.
I
segue. That cannot be the segue into a Call of Duty discussion. Right.
Jesus Christ, man.
While Brian was on his score streak.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, cuz pollinate though. Yeah.
Hey, there it is. So look, Call of Duty next.
What's up, y'all? We back for our Call of Duty segment. So Call of Duty came out this week, and we've been anticipating this for a while now. And surprisingly, it didn't let us down. Smitty, what you think?
No, that was quick handoff. Look, so it's been 4 or 5 Call of Duties since I've been truly comfortable playing multiplayer, and I say we're gonna get into this real quick. Not try to a whole bunch of fluff. The multiplayer on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is great. It's great. It's satisfying up to this point. We 3 days after release. I can't really complain. The only differences, the biggest differences between Modern Warfare and Cold War are the maps. Honestly, the maps, and it's a lot more 3-lane, simpler maps. You can still go inside and go upstairs, and you still got some verticality, but it's the maps are a lot simpler, and you move a lot faster. 2 huge takeaways that make this game a lot better. Some other stuff, but I ain't gonna take it away from everybody else. So, Sauce, what you got? So, what you got throwing in the pot in the initial reaction?
Initial reaction is, of course, we pretty much jumped on the beta, so we kind of had an expectation already. But I mean, for a launch for a Call of Duty game, this is the first time that myself and all the people that I play with have all been excited and happy, and come away with the feeling like damn, this is Call of Duty again. Like this is what I've been waiting for what 10 years. It seems like.
I ain't been. I
I
mean,
mean
it's only
7
been
years.
rough the last like 5 though. Like, I'm telling you that this.
They come out every. Yeah, I mean they've been coming out every year lately though. But for me, it's been a while personally. So I've been waiting for an experience like this for a while now. And I would say though, like it's pretty gratifying. I mean, even when it's like a match you ain't really happy about, you still feel like you got a shot. Like you still feel like you can go get your 1-2 back and still dominate. So I'm pretty much like excited to see what's going to be in store for us for the rest of the season.
Be new. You the one that's been on Call of Duty hiatus for the last 4 or 5 years. I think when's the last one you played? Black Ops 3.
I think it was Black Ops 3. I don't really remember. What's the one where they had them like special classes where you automatically had the flamethrower?
That was Black Ops 3. Wasn't it? Or is it Black Ops 4? I get Black Ops 3 and 4 confused. I didn't like either one. So
I thought it was futuristic though, like, Anyway, my takeaways, it seems pretty cool. I'm still learning the maps and stuff and learning what weapons are good, because from what I've always heard, was it the assault rifles or something was always dominating and all that. So it looks like they're trying to change that or something like that.
Nah, they changed it.
No, they changed that a minute ago.
But they over the last, and then that's that 5. And I can talk about that little window, the last like 5 games before this one. I would exclude Modern Warfare, because Modern Warfare was pretty good. Modern Warfare was a very big step in the right direction. And we're talking about multiplayer. We need to make sure we preface this, because we're not talking about Warzone or the campaign.
I can understand Warzone
or zombies.
We're just talking about multiplayer. I think we should have said that off top. That's our fault. But yeah, never been a huge Black Ops fan. The last 2 Black Ops have been horrible. So I went in with this with not a lot of high expectations or good expectations. I expected some bad stuff, and I've been pleasantly surprised. So what else, Sean? What you detail wise? What else you got a little fine tune?
Well, for me, I realized like it's really heavily dependent on Ghost and not being heard or seen on the map. Because like on this one, it's constantly UAVs up, spy planes up. So the footsteps and you being seen on that map is very crucial. So that's like you gotta grind it out to level 17 and get Ghost, and that's kind of tough within itself getting there. With you got people who already established like ranks level 50, set and on up and down. So for me, like I like it because it ain't just where you constantly can get spawn trapped or just flat out just dominated like with an unfair advantage. But for now, I like it.
We're gonna see. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I just hope they add more operators.
I think they see in that. Okay, so for the people who don't have the game or will be getting it soon or whatever, there's not a lot of cosmetics right now. No weapon skins, no operator or no player like cosmetic variants. There's not even a lot of maps because of what I actually read into before the game released. I think the game was supposed to be released with 12 to 13 maps, and instead they released it with 8. So that's why we're so limited. And out of those 8, I think only 4 or 5 of them are playable on regular multiplayer. The other 2 are the big maps that they use for like the ground war. Well, it's not called ground war. It's for the bigger game modes. So it's kind of skin and bones, and even with it being skin and bones, I like that. I like it. I mean, I have no problem with this because it's not a whole bunch of microtransactions right now. I have no problem with the basic playing operators, and you got it's not a lot of guns. You got like 5 or 6 assault rifles. You got 5 or 6 machine guns, and so on and so forth. So it's a lot simpler, man, and I like it's a lot more. I'm gonna say simpler. It's a lot more streamlined. I think that's the word. That's the word you want to use. Streamline. So yeah. I mean, I think yeah.
Hey, Smitty, I think that when you spoke on the maps, I think the maps allow you to be whatever you want to be too. Like you don't got to stick to a certain type of like play style. Everybody's got their own different, like, way of doing things, whether or not you like to run a gun, whether or not you like to, creep the edges, do a lot of flanking. It's the maps are made to where, like you're saying, like the old 3-lane type of deal, right? Where you can get from point A to point B, pretty quickly, but there's also detours in there too.
It's not as many. My bad. Excuse me.
No, you straight. I was just saying, like, the maps themselves allow you to, like, you just be whatever type of player. If you're good at doing whatever you're doing, you're gonna be successful. Like, if you like the quick scope, or even the campers out there, I love to camp. You can do that too. We've seen that'll never go away. You know that, but it's that's one of the big things for me is like the maps themselves allow the gameplay to really be like pretty smooth.
Balance. That's the word. That's what you're looking for. It's balance between the weapons, because I don't think anybody necessarily feels overly powered. It's a Black Ops game, so I think they still show preference to submachine guns, honestly, because I mean it's the fastest shooting, best moving option that you got, and they don't hurt that much on range and power, like, compared to assault rifles. So I think the balance that you brought up, the balance and how the maps are, like how they actually changed them. I'm pleasantly surprised with the maps for real. Like, I can't even stunt. The only one I probably have a little bit of complaint about is that Miami map, but I think this is something we just got to figure out and get over. That's just gonna be the frustrating map. But
and that desert map.
But see, the desert
map is a bit.
We just gonna have to. You just got to figure that one out, though. Yeah, that's one of the ones, like the desert map. I think is one of the ones where every time you play there, it's called satellite. Every time you play at satellite, I think the match is gonna be literally different. Like, every time, because if people go back and snipe, they gonna go back there, and you can do that if you want to. But if you don't want to snipe at all the fighting is gonna be in the canyon, up on the rocks, and by the failed satellite. So. You say, and that's just a testament to who made this one, Treyarch. That's just a testament to them being able to listen to people and get back into the things that some of us old school fans, veteran Call of Duty people like the most about it. So yeah, it's been all good. So look, we've been praising them, we've been stroking them a little bit. So negatives. So negatives, I think, or negatives or complaints or whatever, gripes, whatever you want to call it, or things that they can improve on. What you think, Jerry, Sean, whoever, Brian?
Sean, you can go.
Connectivity's issues. Like, I ran into it like several times. Like, we'll play a match, 2 people get kicked, we all get kicked, or like the one I experienced last night. Just playing, had a good match, and was loading up the next match. It got the buzzing real loud, and my whole system shut down. And I'm like,
good point.
What's going on?
I crashed a couple of times today when we was playing earlier, as I was trying to get on, and I found out on mine whenever I tried to change some of the few little cosmetic things, I went to the barracks and tried to change my emblem and my calling card, and the moment I did that and pushed B or whatever, it just froze the game, and then it completely crashed the system. So, and it did it 2 times. So I said, forget it. I cannot change my calling card, and then I can play the game and it worked just fine. But some of these little fine-tune, the connectivity and being able to stay in lobbies, but that's just a new game, new server situation. So I think that's technical. I think that's about it. What you got? You got anything gameplay wise or anything, Jerry? Gameplay or technical?
I would say, I mean, it's just what it is, though. Like, it's always been like this, though. But like, if you can dominate the middle of the map, like, you really don't got too much of a shot if you're the opposing team. So it really is like a race on some of these maps to get to the middle. Now, there are nice maps, like, for example, the tanker map, right? And that one in particular is really a domination map. Let's be honest, though.
Garrison.
Really was.
That one's called Garrison.
Yeah, it's just some. I like it too. So it can be one-sided sometimes. I thought that I don't really have too many negatives, though. I do think it takes quite a while to get a silencer, though. Like, because like you were saying, though, like, you got to get your weapon level itself up to level 20 to get the silencer. And that takes a little bit of time before you can even do any type of quiet type of stuff. So
me personally, I don't like the order that stuff unlocks on any gun on there.
They're making it difficult. It seems like they're purposely trying to make it so that you get huge benefits for playing with a certain weapon or a certain weapon. That's what they're doing. You can see it. So, like you said, it takes you until level 20 something on the gun to even get a silencer, to get a suppressor on some of these guns and stuff. So,
Yeah.
they give you the big clips kind of soon. That's a good look. I'm happy about that. They give you the large capacity clips a little bit sooner. But yeah, it's very unforgiving to the new player. Just to be real, like if you jump in there and you go against somebody that's in their 30s or 40s already, ooh.
Yeah, it's a good chance they got 2 or 3 classes that's already gonna trash you up for real. I mean, it's I mean, like you said, those few things. But I know we're talking about negatives, but we were talking about positives. I don't think anybody mentioned it, but the wild cards. So a couple of the wild cards that I've seen so far allow you to be great. I don't think we've seen that.
Gotta explain what this is, brother.
All right,
you gotta explain
the
class system. If you're gonna do that, explain what how the class systems work. And then after
right,
this, we're gonna have to move. After this, we had our point.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so basically your classes. So when you create classes, basically your weapons and your perks, and perks are basically advantages or disadvantages that you can display in the game. So in particular, I'm speaking to perks, which are things like
passive
like
abilities.
Ghost. Yep, passive abilities like Ghost and Scavenger or one of those type of things, right? There's a wild card, which is basically like a multiplier type of thing. It allows you to change up the formatting of your perks. In particular, this one is called Lawbreaker. I believe it's the first one you can get where you can change, where you can click more than just you can put multiple of the same of the any type of class or whatever it is. So you might be better off explaining this.
At this point, it's 4 wild cards. The first one is Danger Close, which basically gives you like more equipment and things of that nature. The second wild card is that what was it called? I'm thinking I know what it. You just named it.
Oh, Lawbreaker.
Lawbreaker lets you get lets you pick multiple perks in the same category. And then you got the primary gunfighter, which allows you to basically put every single one of the 8 attachments on a gun. You can put that on a gun. And the fourth and final wild card up to this point is Perk Greed, which allows you to use two different perks out of all the 3 categories for a total of 6 perks.
6. Yeah.
So it gives you a little flexibility, but it's also very simple. It's not super overly complicated. The perks don't overpower you too much. It's all about your abilities, man. You just got to be good. Like it's unforgiving. 2020 online gaming, as we talked about, is unforgiving. Either you good or you out there chum for the sharks. Simple.
Chum.
Last marks. Anybody got anything they want to throw in? We gonna come back to Call of Duty for sure. This ain't gonna be the only discussion because we feeling this game. So we gonna have to come back with a Warzone, a little bit Warzone discussion. We also gonna have to get on zombies. We also got to get on zombie mode and let y'all know how that hit. We'll probably do that for y'all next week for real. No promises though, but it's in the works. Oh shoot, that's it for our Call of Duty. Hope y'all enjoy it for real. So on to the next.
What's up, y'all? We bite, and we about to go over our anime reviews.
Oh, we doing anime first?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, big week. Big week on some of our shows, on the few that we talking about. Just for a reminder, folks, we got 3 shows that we following closely this fall for y'all, for our listeners, our watchers, however as you are consuming our product. Ooh, that sounded a little a little be nasty-ish right there. About consuming the product. So so look, we got a big week for Fire Force. Fire Force had a huge episode for this season 2 episode. I'm trying to make sure I get the number down because I do not want to tell y'all nothing that is not true. And season 2 episode 20. That's where we at. Season 2 episode 20 on Fire Force was huge. We're at the point to where the 8th and the 2nd squadrons are working together to investigate the White Clad and their doings with the Amaterasu and all of the things that's going on in their world. So at this point in this episode, there's a actual fight There's an actual fight between a group of people that's. Let me backtrack. Let me make sure that I'm keeping everybody abreast onto what happened at the end of the last episode. The end of episode 19 brought us to the revelation that the main group is going to be split up, and they're not, and because of their knowledge and experience of fighting in the ether, they get to lead groups basically combined with the second. All right, so each one of the eighth group is all split up. And so at this episode, this group, well, I think it's Maki. Maki is with Juggernaut, and boom, it's a fight. Like, I'm trying not to spoiler it too much. It's already given a little bit. I mean, it's hard to give a review without spoiling it. But man, this fight was legit. Like, it was legit. So visually stunning as usual. Audio, the sound, the presentation, how it comes across, the intensity that it gives. Man, like I say, this episode for episode 20, season 2, and Fire Force, hard. Super hard. Hard. Sean, what you think? What you feel? How does this episode make you feel? It's like, how it make you feel for real?
That they're not afraid to kill nobody off. That's how I feel. And
Is that the first time somebody died?
No, but but like somebody that's like they introduced like he's gonna be a reoccurring character. But that's what I like about it, because it shake up like the usual flow of stuff. Like people die, and it's like a main focus. But you see somebody die, like how Dog died, they just kept it moving.
Yep. But they couldn't. Like, it was the middle of a fight. I mean, how could?
But they had several, and also the soldiers that that was getting killed and brought back. It was showing they loved ones and stuff they had going on in the background too as they was getting killed. So
the humanity of it, that's what I've been liking about this season. They've been poking a little bit at the different emotional strings of humanity and its place in the world, and and how these deaths and these unknowns and these unknown factors go into these people's like trains of thoughts and the way that they live their lives, man. Like, this episode, y'all need to check this out, man. Y'all got to check this one out, and especially like he said, somebody got took out the game that we didn't expect to get taken out the game.
It was actually sweet.
Yeah, right. They actually introduced us to a character. Oh man, he cold. You think we about to better enjoy him while you see him, because he got the chopping block. Big, for real. So, Fire Force, that was it. Fire Force season 2, episode 20, hit hard. Next, One Piece. Episode 950. I'm not about to bore y'all with this. There's a lot of talking. There's a lot of the progression of the story. Basically, Luffy just, as he does in most of his arcs, he just secured a following. Like, some for lack of better terms, he just got some more lackeys, like, and
get beat the hell up and sleep.
He always getting beat up. I love how they do Luffy, how he's told, and how he shows his weaknesses and stuff, and how he loses fights, like how he sacrifices his body and all these different things. Like, nobody of these other characters is doing it like that, Like, every single one of Luffy's fights, I don't think there's been one fight that he won alone. Not one just like, oh, Luffy did this only by himself. No, it was always like somebody helped him. And I think that's dope.
Except for when he punched what's his name?
Flamingo?
The blind Springs.
Oh, yeah. Bellamy, yep.
Yeah.
He got hit with the hardest right hook.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 times. It's always group battles though. So that's another aspect to it. Like, the group battle thing is a big calling card for One Piece, where it's always multiple battle fronts.
They're like, it ain't no one-on-one.
Nah, it ain't too many one-on-ones though. I mean, if they ever had a one-on-one where they were like, hey man, let me get my one-on-one on One Piece, I would be thoroughly entertained.
They do one-on-ones though. It's just the one-on-one be within the context of a big ass group gang fight.
yeah. I mean, it'd be one person versus one person, but it ain't never like my leader versus your leader for everything.
No, man, they some pirates. It's all. I mean, this is shit. This is about a pirate crew, nigga. You ain't. Like, if we as a pirate crew and as one of us get into a fight, nigga, we all fighting. Period. Like I
pretty
don't
much.
care what's going. Everybody fight. It ain't never been one arc, one episode, one anything where the Straw Hats wasn't with that shit. Like all of them though. Like the chicks
Never
in the
back down.
squad, they ain't never been okay. Usopp be a little scared, but they don't never back down. No, he talked that scary shit, but Usopp got like the heart of a champion for real. So like he talked that shit and be acting scary, but when push come to shove, that them niggas never run.
He ain't no fighter. He ain't supposed to be like in nobody's face fighting with nobody face to face. He a sniper.
That nigga done said it a few times though. Niggas be trying to do some wild shit. He be like, "Yo, I am not a freak like y'all. Let's go." And then
Nami says that too, though.
Yeah, but they never leave. Like they always say it, but then they always right there fighting.
No, Nami be fighting though. She ought to be fighting like with somebody too though.
They always do, man. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I mean,
they got the hardest.
Nami stole Big Mom's like fucking cloud though. Like,
and that was all because of Usopp. Usopp built her baton. So look, all right, my bad. 950, all talking progressive story. He broke. So Luffy took on a sickness. They took those little, sludge bullets or whatever and gave the sickness to Luffy. Luffy took it for him so they can, he sacrificed himself kind of to show that he was down for the cause and that he wasn't just there just to be there. So that gained him some followers. So, I mean, that was just a continuation from our conversation in the last episode when there was a lot of fighting and they broke out of the jail basically and took over the jail. That episode 949 was all fighting, all conflict, all excitement. They conquered the jail. All right, so Udon, the jail is conquered. Luffy and them basically holds it. Luffy is now sick, though, because he had to sacrifice being sick to show his loyalty to these criminals that was locked up, because he's trying to save everybody because he, like, super nice and shit. So, last one for our little manga reviews for this week, yo. We kind of pushing through this, trying to get them through to y'all, not, wasting up y'all time. I'm going to introduce y'all to, let me not say I'm going to introduce y'all. Crunchyroll has a new show for this season. It's actually another adaptation of a webtoon. Okay, webtoons are the Korean web comics. All right, just like mangas are Japanese comics. These webtoons are Korean made. And the show Jujutsu Kaisen on Crunchyroll is an anime adaptation of one of these webtoons, just like in the likes of God of High School. So Jujutsu Kaisen, I've been talking for a minute. I love Jujutsu Kaisen. I love it. So I'm gonna pass this on to y'all. Y'all gonna start. I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna say I love the damn show. I didn't think I would like it. I love it. So one of y'all can take it and say how y'all feel with it. You should, bro. It's one of the ones I didn't think I would. I didn't say I didn't think I would like it, but it's better than what I thought because it wasn't what I expected.
Yeah,
Jujutsu Kaisen is definitely different. Oh, go ahead, Sauce.
No, you got it.
It's different. All I was going to say about Jujutsu Kaisen, just for the people who don't know about it, it's really about curses. And the Jujutsu are like, they're sorcerers and they like exercise curses. And how curses come about is pretty much all negative emotions from human, your hatred, your fear, your anger, all that manifests into like curse spirits and all that, just to let give the listeners an idea of what goes on in the show. And like every show, they use what they call curse energy and all that, just to let them know.
So what? Okay, so tell us how do these curses manifest themselves? What do they look like? What do they do?
The curses come in all shapes and forms. You have your weaker type curses that look animalistic sometimes or look crazy looking. Then you have the stronger ones that are more humanoid, and some have intelligence. I mean, even the weaker ones at some point have some form of intelligence. So curses come in all shapes and sizes, and they all look different. They all do different things, and they all have different intelligence levels.
It's super interesting. It's like a super interesting take on it. And as you watch the show or as you look at the webtoon, you will get to see that it's not a Japanese story. You can tell, like the flow of it, how the things that's happening, some of the dialogue, just the flow and the character development. Now, some of the things are very, very akin to Japanese mangas, but if anybody knows anything, this is, I don't know, man, this got to be the 5th or 6th time that we've brought up Korean pop culture in our episode. I love Korean movies. I love Korean TV. especially horror movies, like Korean horror movies and zombie movies, and oh my god, they like, dude, man, they be killing that shit. Like they be killing it. So I get busy with, you know what I'm saying? I get busy with it. And I know, Jay, I know you read a lot of Korean light novels as well. So if you know anything about, you know, and I mean this as respectfully as possible, but a lot of the Korean like pop culture things are, for lack of a better term, are just weird. Should be weird, bro. Like they be having some weird shit going on, but it's good. Like this shit is good.
The concepts aren't normal though. They just don't adhere to what we usually see. Because the main character himself is a taboo of the entire show. Like in Jujutsu Kaisen, the dude really is supposed to have been gotten killed off, but he's able to control this mysterious power where he's like got like double personalities and shit. Like like you said, it's weird. It's like it's almost in the range of an action horror type of like setting, even a little bit of comedy involved too.
Slice
they
of
always
life
have the
too.
comedies.
Yeah,
slice of life in there because
so it throws a little bit of that. Yeah. So I think it's an interesting take, and just to throw this note out there, I think this is Crunchyroll's third or fourth web comic like adaptation. I think
It's
the Tower
Noblesse.
of God was one.
There's Noblesse, the other one.
Yeah, Noblesse is a webtoon.
Yeah.
That one's a little odd too, but just to give the listeners know, because you know some people will watch it and they'll say, well, compared to like Naruto, Black Clover, and all that, it is have some similars to them as far as the guy when he eats the finger, he ends up getting what they call the king of the curses, which is Ryoma Sukuna.
Sukuna or Sukina.
Yeah, Sukuna, who's, as they say, the king of the curses. But in this, what makes this a little unique is that he has to find all the cut up pieces of Sukuna. And when he finds all them pieces, then he's probably gonna have to get executed because, you know, Sukuna is that feared.
See, I would
say destroy.
I would say that, you know, they would, what would be typical for a Japanese anime or a Japanese manga that's like a shonen would be he would eat all the little pieces and then he would befriend the curse and all of that. So, but because this is, because for real, but because this is some old Korean shit, they'll be liable to be like, nah, he ain't about to become friends with it. This thing about to control him and then go to his family and go to his woman and like procreate with her and have a baby. And then the news will be about the procreated evil baby seed or some shit. I don't know. It's just something that you're not going to expect. Like, so I don't expect them just the curse for him to befriend this curse. He better, it's a damn curse.
Yeah.
He better not befriend the curse. I mean,
yeah. I think,
you never know, dog.
I think they kind of embrace the despair aspect of like real life situations. Like if this was really a curse, like people gonna die. Be like innocent people gonna die. Like his grandfather die in the first or second episode?
First episode.
And he just had to deal with that. Like on top of everything,
you gotta see this.
It was sad. It's
wild,
crazy,
bro.
Man. It's crazy though. Like it's some crazy stuff. Like where you wouldn't even like expect the stuff that's going on to be like happening.
Yeah.
Like,
and then the pace of it is super good. I'm loving how these new shows have like dope pacing. Like I'm figure they taking people's opinions finally. You know what I mean? But the pace of it is dope. Like it's fast. I don't want to be sitting here waiting about it's people dying. People ain't coming back.
And the fighting looks fucking dope though. The fighting scenes are sweet. Like
this episode is dope. That dude put pause on that.
I gotta finish this new one. We're currently Jujutsu Kaisen currently as of when this episode 24, our episode 24 airs, they will be on episode 7. So episode 7 would have been released, or it is released right now. I just had to watch it yesterday. But yeah, so that's our
episode was dope.
It was dope.
Just so people know.
Well, from what I've seen,
it was really dope. That's what I said. I ain't gonna spoil it for people.
You caught up? You on 7? You watched 7 already?
I saw the whole thing. I'm on when they come out 8. I'll be on 8. But yeah, I watched the whole thing. Once I started it, I couldn't stop. But I was reading the manga of it anyway, or when it first came out. But I kept calling it Jujutsu. I mean Juju or whatever I kept calling it. I kept calling it the wrong word.
Jujutsu. That's what's up.
Oh
For
man, that's
sure.
funny.
We got parting shots, parting words. I think we smooth on time. I think we are hitting our little 45-minute spot. I was hoping to get to that 30, 35, but I think we hitting on 40, 45. So that's cool. We in there. Anybody got anything else they want to throw in there? Want to add?
Just tell listeners to watch it or read it, whichever one. If you're anime only, watch it. If you like to read manga, then read it. It's really good. I recommend it to y'all.
I agree. I'm new to it, so for me, I'm a hard critic. If I don't thoroughly enjoy something, I ain't reading that shit, and I'm not watching it either. Like I don't do medium. No more mediums.
Mm-mm.
Shout out to T. No more mediums.
There's an insider joke right there.
There's another one. So we out, man.
Yeah,
We out.
another one.
We out.
Deuce.
Peace.
Sis.